Welcome to today's class. My name is Tara and I will be your guide for your practice this day. This practice will be a vinyasa class themed around the heart and making our practice of vinyasa, of sun salutation, an act of devotion, tuning into the sacredness of the heart, the core of our being, and to move with whatever resistance might be present in this area. Or in our life, in our emotional body, in our minds, to move with it rather than trying to avoid it and move against it. So as we move through this more dynamic expression of our asana practice, we make this an opportunity to open up to what is alive here and to center back into the heart, to find refuge in the heart again and again. So I'm very looking forward to practice with you today. And for this practice, I invite you to roll out your mat or just have a soft ground where you won't slip so much. Also, you might want to have some blocks if you have, or just like a stack of books or something to support yourself. And then for a final short meditation at the end, if you want to grab a blanket to wrap yourself in, you're also welcome to do that. So we'll start the practice with just a gentle warm-up of the wrists and ankles. So finding your Tadasana, having the feet hip distance apart, micro bend in the knees, hips are neutral. We can roll the shoulders up to the ears, back down, slightly tucking the chin, reaching up through the crown of the head. I invite you here to just open the palms to the front to bring a little bit more of awareness into the area of the heart. Just taking a moment here to check in before we move into our warm-up. Just allowing the breath to flow naturally in and out through the nose. Feel like you can inhale into the heart space, into the center of the chest. Feel an expansion here. And exhaling, we empty out anything that doesn't serve us. Inhaling fresh air and prana into the center of the heart. Exhaling out of the heart anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Inhaling into the center of your chest. Exhaling, emptying ourselves out. You're also welcome to place a hand here if it's easier to tune into the space by having this visceral experience. And for the last one, we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale out of the mouth to release. Full inhale. And one more. Inhale through the nose. And release. Very good. And then dropping the hand gently and just moving your weight over into the left foot. You can gently open your eyes if they were closed to support with balance. And you can start just massaging the foot on the floor, drawing little circles here, pressing it against the earth, warming up the right ankle. And then maybe even lifting up the foot, finding a still point to gaze upon to keep your balance. And at the same time, you can start engaging the left wrist, drawing circles here, maybe having a little fist or spreading the fingers. Also activating both sides of the brain here, bringing focus, attention. And that'll do rooting the right foot back down, shifting the weight, massaging the left on the ground. You can stay here, alternatively find your balance again and then lift up the foot. When you feel grounded in this, you can again choose to engage the opposite hand, drawing circles here, a little fist, or spreading the fingers wide. Just warming up the wrists and the ankles for our sun salutations. Very good. Placing them back down. Finding your alignment again. And then we're going to take a slightly wider stance here. Bringing the right hand up over the heart, extending the left arm out to the sides. Making sure we have a micro bend here. We come into a twist with the upper body. Inhaling, finding length. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Micro bend in the knees. Gazing over to the left fingertips. Breathing here into the left side of the heart of Anahata Chakra. You can feel on the inhale as if breath comes in through the fingertips. On an inhale, flowing all the way into the left side of the heart. Exhale, breath spreading at the center of the chest. Inhaling breath all the way from the fingertips into the left side of the heart. Exhaling, allowing breath to spread in the center of your chest. Connecting here to the lunar aspects of the heart. Cultivating our ability to receive love. One more deep breath. The next inhale, we come forward, unwind, changing over the sides. Left hand over the heart, extending the right out to the sides. Finding length again, exhaling, microbend in the knees, twisting over to the right. Gazing over to the right fingertips. Breathing into the right side of the heart. You can imagine again on the inhale, breath flowing from fingertips into the right side of the chest. Exhaling, breath spreading here, warming the chest, bringing aliveness. Simply being a witness to whatever arises with this practice. Working here on the solar aspect of Anahata, cultivating the ability to give love. One more deep breath. And exhaling, we can gently unwind. For a few moments we come into more dynamic movement, so we twist over to one side, back forward, changing the hands and twisting back. Feel like we can inhale as we come forward and change the hands, and exhaling as we twist back. You can keep this kind of in this slower pace movement, or if you like to make this more dynamic, you can also push out the air gently on every exhale, making this a little bit more of an active movement. Pushing out the exhale and putting just a little more focus of the exhale, allowing the inhale to just happen naturally as you come forward. Allowing the breath to become audible. Also, we can gently tap the center of the heart to bring more aliveness into the chest. And slowly slowing down, you can just allow the hands to flop from side to side, gently tapping the body. Coming back to stillness. Perceiving sensations in the heart, maybe a warmth being created here. Just perceiving what is alive in this moment. Very good. Gently we can step to the top of the mat. Finding our Tadasana again, our mountain pose. Rooting down into the earth with the feet while at the same time reaching up to the heavens. You can bring the hands in front of heart center. Pressing the thumbs into the chest if you like. Feeling the beating drum in the chest. The heartbeat pumping blood through the body. I will share a quote with you here. You can simply close the eyes if it feels comfortable. Sorrow prepares you for joy. It violently sweeps everything out of your house, so that new joy can find space to enter. It shakes the yellow leaves from the bough of your heart, so that fresh green leaves can grow in their place. It pulls up the rotten roots, so that new roots hidden beneath have room to grow. Whatever sorrow shakes from your heart, far better things will take their place. Whatever sorrow shakes from your heart, far better things will take their place. Continuing to sense the heart and the heartbeat. Knowing if in this moment we meet resistance here, or sorrow, discomfort, knowing that that is okay, that sorrow and pain have a profound power to transform, to awaken the heart, and sweep away everything that does not serve us. So I invite you in this moment to just tenderly hold whatever is alive here for you. And maybe it is joy, and maybe it is lightness. And then taking this moment to just have gratitude. Gratitude for whatever gift life has brought you in this moment. And from the center of our heart, we can set an intention for our practice. An intention that we hold on to as we move through our sun salutations. This ancient practice of worship. This ancient practice which connects us to the energy of the sun, that life-giving force. And so whenever the mind wanders astray, we can return to that intention, allowing it to be our anchor. You can repeat whatever this is for you 3 times internally in the present tense, as if it is true right now, unraveling in this very moment. And if it is feeling good in this moment, you can gently bow your heart to your hands. And giving gratitude to whatever is alive in this moment. And just telling yourself, whatever is alive, it's okay. If there's discomfort in the body, if the mind's very loud and racing, if there's an emotion that is uncomfortable to feel, if there's expectation, There's space for all of it right here in the center of your being. There's an openness holding all of it. Now the next inhale, we're going to press our hands up to the ceiling. Releasing the intention, opening the hands, gently turning the pinkies in. Maybe having a slight bend and offering the heart to the ceiling. And on the next exhale, we're going to bow down to the intimacy of our experience for whatever it is in this moment. Inhaling, we can come into a half lift with a flat back. Exhaling, bowing down to the earth. Stepping the right foot back into a low lunge. You can choose to have your blocks here for support. Taking a breath here to sink down into the hips. And then pressing into the hands, stepping back into a plank. Taking a moment here to establish our plank. Spreading the fingers wide, rooting down through the base of the index finger, pushing out through the heels. And the next exhale, dropping the knees, chest and chin to the ground. Inhaling into mini cobra. The hands can be on the sides, gently floating, or you can also for a moment interlace them behind the back. Wherever you are, you can gently open the chest and breathe into the belly. Warming up the back as this is our first back bend. Few deep breaths here. Next inhale, you can drop the forehead to the ground. Place the fingers next to your ribs. Curl the toes under, downward dog. Pedaling the feet, you can have a deep bend in the knees if you like. Spreading the fingers wide again and rooting down through the base of the index. Micro bend in the elbows. You can always roll up a blanket to put under your heels if you like some support. Ears are next to the biceps. Next inhale, we're going to step the left foot forward in between the hands. Coming into a lunge again, using the blocks again if you like. And then from here, stepping forward into a forward fold, hanging the forehead, hanging the back. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, bowing down. Inhaling, reverse swan dive, hands overhead. Exhaling, palms back to the center of the chest. If you like, you can internally visualize a radiant sun, either in front of your mind's eyes or burning at the center of your chest. Connecting with that source of life that illuminates darkness. That brings life into this world. Knowing that this outer reflection of the sun can also be found in the center of the chest. The heart, the core of the being, of our being, illuminates the entire world. realigning with our intention. Next inhale, we can press the prayer up into the sky. Exhaling, bowing down to the earth. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, surrender the body down to the ground. Inhale, left foot comes back. Low lunge. Taking a breath here. And then pressing the hands into the ground, coming into your plank. Knees, chest and chin to the ground. Inhaling, coming into mini cobra again. Taking another breath here, warming up the back. And then curling the toes under, pressing into the hands, downward dog. Pedaling the feet here, finding stillness. Holding here for 2 breaths. Being with the sensations in the body. Observing points of resistance or density. Next inhale, we're going to step the right foot front. Bring the left knee to the ground. Taking a breath. And exhale, coming into a forward fold. Allowing the head to hang. Inhaling, half lift with a flat back, tucking the chin. Exhaling, folding down. Inhaling, reverse swan dive, bringing the hands overhead. Exhaling, pulling them back down into the heart. Taking another deep breath. Inhaling, bringing the hands up to the ceiling. Opening the palms slightly, offering the heart to the sky. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, surrendering the body, stepping into plank. Holding the breath if it's possible. Exhaling, dropping knees, chest and chin. Inhaling up into mini cobra. Exhaling, curling the toes under, coming into downward dog. Taking a deep breath into the belly here, rooting down through the feet and hands. And this time we can gaze towards the hands and hop or step forward. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, surrendering. Inhaling, reverse swan dive, hands overhead. Exhaling, pulling the hearts down into the heart center. Deep breath. And once more, feeling into the heart space. Breathing into that radiant sun in the center of your heart. And once more, in the next inhale, we allow the hands to move up, slowly, mindfully, opening the chest. And with as much devotion and reverence as we can cultivate in this moment for the sun, for this force of illumination, we bow down on an exhale, surrendering our body to the earth. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, surrender down. Stepping the right foot back. Opening the chest, low lunge, right knee on the ground. Coming into plank. Being strong and firm here for a moment. Dropping the knees if you like. Holding here for 2 breaths. Feeling the shaking in the body. Generating a little bit of heat. And one more deep breath. Then dropping the knees, dropping the chest, dropping the chin. Inhaling, we can come into Sphinx pose, bringing the forearms in front, spreading the fingers wide, elbows are underneath shoulders, reaching the heart forwards, the shoulders pull away from the ears. The legs and feet are close but not touching. Taking deep breaths into the heart. We can feel here as if we're breathing in and out of the heart space. Inhaling right into the center of the heart. Exhaling, feeling as if we're breathing out of the center of the heart. Inhaling into the center of the chest. Exhaling, breathing out of the center of the chest. Inhaling into the center of the chest. Exhaling out of the center of the chest. You can stay here, or if you like to move into variation, you can also press into the palms, extending the arms out to come into a traditional variation of cobra. Continuing to breathe in and out of the chest. Knowing that you can always come out of this pose and rest. Really, this is an invitation to listen to your own body, to your own needs. 2 more breaths into the heart. With openness, welcoming whatever is here. Perceiving sensations in body, stories of mind within that field of openness. Rather than resisting what is alive in the center of your heart. Allowing it to become aware of all the space that is around it to be felt. for what it is. Inhaling, we find length through the spine. Exhaling gently, mindfully, we come down with an elongated spine. You can rest your forehead on the ground, create a pillow with the arms. Just taking a belly shavasana here, finding a neutral spine again. Feeling the chest pressing against the earth, finding rest. And one more deep breath. Gently we'll bring the hands next to the chest. Curl the toes under, downward dog. Pedaling the feet if you like. And then gazing to the front, stepping the left foot in between the hands. Right knee comes down to the ground. Using your blocks if you like, opening the chest. Then gently stepping forward, forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, surrendering down. Inhaling, reverse swan, left hands overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Moving here through one sun salutation at your own pace. Remembering to align with your intention, move, and give meaning to your movement. Offering your movement to your heart. We meet back here in a standing position. Take as much time as you need and follow your breath. And meeting back, standing with the hands at heart center. Feeling the effects of this movement, this prayer and movement. And once more we can gently bow the head down to the heart. And we'll move through a heart kriya from this position. Taking a moment before we come into movement to cultivate gratitude. Finding something in this very moment that you can cultivate gratitude for. Maybe it is something as simple as your breath, as this body, the space to practice. Maybe the hot cup of tea you had this moment. Maybe it's a loved one. Maybe it is your utter devotion for the divine. And just bowing to this. And allowing this gratitude to grow in the center of your heart, bowing with humility to whatever it is that has the power to spark gratitude. As gratitude can be really the key to awaken the heart. Rumi says, you want to become a pilgrim on the path of love, then first become humble as ashes and dust. So in humility and gratitude, on the next inhale we can press this thought or prayer of gratitude up, opening the palms, opening the chest. Offering it in the knowledge that this is way greater than we are. Next exhale, we can bring the palms back together and pulling the echo of the prayer down into the heart. Knowing that as we pray for the well-being of the world, including ourselves, there's an echo radiating in the heart. Inhaling, allowing the gratitude to rise, opening the chest. Exhaling, pulling it back down into the heart. Flowing in your own pace with your own breath. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling back to the heart. Inhaling, rise. Exhaling back into the heart. Doing a few more times in your own pace, pausing wherever feels good. Moving through your last round. Inhaling, opening the chest, and just pausing here for another breath. Exhaling, pulling the palms down into the center of the chest. Being a silent witness here of the aliveness in the heart. Gently we can take a slightly wider stance, turning the feet out to the sides. The hands can stay resting at the heart, and we come down as if moving into a squat, into our goddess pose. Feel like you can use a block here to place under your sit bones, under your glutes. Adjusting your feet if you need. Elbows can be in between the knees, on top of them, or you can even wrap them around. Continuing to connect to the heart here, while at the same time rooting down into the earth, finding stability and groundedness in this. The tailbone roots down while the knees pull out to the sides. Taking 3 deep breaths. And grounding the connection to the heart that we've established here. Last breath. Gently coming down to the ground to a seated posture, maybe keeping the eyes closed if this feels good, or having a soft gaze. Coming into a comfortable seated position, maybe wrapping the blanket around you. We are coming into a short meditation here to allow the energies to integrate. The body to settle, to enjoy whatever is alive in this moment. Resting the hands gently on the knees or in the lap. Soft belly, soft shoulders, relaxing the jaw. Feel like you can continue to breathe into the center of the heart. Feel like you can inhale, internally saying I, pulling that into the chest. Exhale, M. Inhaling, internally saying I, pulling the breath into the center of the chest. Exhale, M. Allowing the breath to spread in the center of the heart. I am. Inhaling, feeling a sense of I in the heart. Exhale, allowing a sense of beingness to spread as you internally say am. I am. Inhaling I, exhaling am. In your light I learn how to love. In your beauty how to make poems. You dance inside my chest where no one sees you, but sometimes I do, and that sight becomes this art. You dance inside my chest where no one sees you, but sometimes I catch a glance of you, and that sight becomes this art. Sometimes when we listen carefully, we catch a glance of our beloved right at the center of the heart, right in this moment. And from this place, everything becomes art. The way we breathe, the way we move, the way that we take out the trash, the way that we speak to our beloved. So take this moment to rest in the tender sweetness of your own heart. Knowing that even if sorrow is here, whatever sorrow shakes from your heart, far better things will take their place. Take refuge in your own being. And trust and trust and trust. To close this practice, I invite you to once more inhale in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, release. Once more, inhaling in through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth, release. You can bring the hands in prayer in front of the chest, bowing the head slightly if it feels good. Together we consecrate our practice. May the fruits of our practice be a humble dedication to all sentient beings. May all beings everywhere awaken to the truth of the heart, be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. And may your light illuminate any darkness. May it illuminate our ignorance. When we come into constant remembrance of love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May you have a wonderful day.